We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a different heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna oppress us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abagana Zobuni wave was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see the rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is time of victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh, yeah. People of Biafra. See,
What's that more often? We're not fighting each other. We know where we're going. We're going to get Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. I can assure you. If Biafra is fighting for you, no one will touch your property. If you're fighting alone, you're bound to lose it. So Biafra is the best. We will become the 16th member country of ECOWAS. If Nigeria doesn't release those properties, then we'll take them to court and we'll get them back. Even twice the value. The Jews had investments all over the world. Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to many families in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi Party. Do you know that? Eventually they got everything back with compensation on top of it. That's what we're going to do. If you touch our investments, we'll come back for you. And we'll know where we can get it from. So there is nothing for anyone to worry about. It's only if I'm not stopping you from being a Nigerian, if you are born on the streets of Lagos and you're going to be a Lagosian and your name is Adama, oh, well and good. There's no problem.
Onye si na-agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị ndị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ebe ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm jiri ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekosịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwasịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ Lucky way to zoo. Oh, go on, memory and Goliath. Chineke na nke igwe memory n'afọ. She go to a man. Ka fela go go only home on the idea to wait talk up with your thoughts. E ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla dị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa. Onye ọbụla kere gị n'oge malite n'oge ọgwụgwụ. Kama anyị nwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie. Kama ma akọ n'ogbu gị na nọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi. Anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ. Bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ. Bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe. Bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị. Bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa. Ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chineke abịa ma.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I wish you a happy weekend. It is a very wonderful weekend. I know many of you are taking care of some issues. Many of you are doing one thing or the other, having your good time, going to settle family issues. I wish you all a very, very wonderful weekend. And I say, may Chukwu Kabiama continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to secure us. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to give us strength to overcome the challenges that is coming as we proceed. Wherever you are watching from, I want to encourage every one of you to stay strong. The battle is going to get tougher. things will be more difficult, but I urge you to stay strong. And I want everyone that is listening, whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, to know that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to preach hate. What we come here to do is to propagate the gospel of freedom, the freedom of the Biafran people, more especially, freedom of our Supreme Amazon Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. We will continue to demand until they are free. Self-determination is all we ask for, nothing else. We are asking for self-determination, and self-determination we must get. Nigeria is not for me. Nigeria is not for you. Is Nigeria working for you? I am asking you. You that is out there pretending and still trying to see if he's going to, I ask you, is Nigeria working for you? The zoological Republic of Nigeria is not working for anybody. It's not working for the Biafrans. It's not working for the Yoruba people. It's not working for the Hausa. No indigenous person that Nigeria is working for. Maybe the Fulanis might think that it's working for them because they are pursuing an impossible mission. But I bet you it's not going to work for them. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I urge you, if you are somehow connected to the contraption called Nigeria, you need to brace yourself up. You need to tighten up your belt. Because the future is not bright. I'm not going to come here to deceive you and tell you that it's going to be air around tomorrow. No. When you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, the rate at which Borno State is falling into the hand of the terrorists, you will understand that the northern part of Nigeria has already accepted their fate. Their fate, which is a caliphate. Since that is what they want, they should go ahead with it. But allow those who do not want to be part of that caliphate to be on their own. Like those of us from Biafra land, we should be allowed to go our separate ways. Enjoy your caliphate for how you want it, for as long as you want it. We are not going to interrupt. We are not going to intercept. If we choose to come, we will come there and we will obey all your laws. If we want to. And that is how life should be. You cannot force anybody against his will to come into your area or to do what they don't want to do. That is why we are always asking that Nigeria should disintegrate so that people can practice whatever they deem fit. Whatever they want to practice, they can practice it peacefully. They can practice it peacefully without anybody interrupting them. We don't have any problem with whatever you want to practice. But you should be with the people who understands it and knows it very well. Our request is simple. We are Judeo-Christians. That is what we are in Biafra land. And our value system with your value system is not the same. Allow us to go. As simple as that. The Nigerian government is in the hand of the terrorists as we speak. Terrorists are the ones that are in charge. If you like, believe it. If you like, don't. But we will continue to show it and show it to the world. Even the northern part of Nigeria, they know what is happening. But today, instead of them taking responsibility, we come and be blaming the United States. Some of them. They are blaming the United States for a problem they created for themselves. That is how they work. That is how they operate. They are shifting the blame on the United States. Because the United States has come to maintain peace, then you intensify your attack to destroy as many lives as you can. No matter what they do. We will never back down. No matter what they say, we will never give up. We will continue to pursue our freedom the best way we can. So I welcome every one of you this evening. I want you to listen to this video before we go into their media as we do every evening. Most importantly, in this weekend, tomorrow is Sunday, people are going to go to church. Christians will go to church. If you go to your church tomorrow, do not forget to pray for Biafra. Do not forget to pray for our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. Do not forget them. The battle has just begun. Don't think that it has ended. The battle has just begun. I want us to see this. Let us watch this. What you are watching here is one of the recent attack of ISWAP against Nigerian military, but they are not outraged. They are busy in Biafra land attacking the Liberation Army of Biafra. And we pay dearly. They will pay.
This is not a good public relations for the federal government on security agencies. There's no way of spinning this. Things are not right. People are dying. Under the watch of and stewardship of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and under the presence of American troops,
You see, they want to blame America for the problem they created, including this man that is speaking. Is it America that told you to bring ISWAP? Is it America that told you to go and bring terrorists from other countries and put in your country? And even as America has entered, your people were protesting. You didn't see your people protest against America. They were marching the flag of America, marching the flag of Israel. And you dare open your mouth here to use America as an excuse. That is how idiotic Nigeria is. When we say Nigeria is irredeemable, this is a typical example. And every northerner will be comfortable in a caliphate. That is why we are begging. We are begging. Let Biafran people go. If others want to stay, they stay. But we want to leave. Allow us to go.
on security agencies, there's no way of spinning this. Things are not right. People are dying. Under the watch of and stewardship of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and under the presence of American troops that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has outsourced our security to. It is sad, and the data is there that we've lost more soldiers since the coming of American troops than in the last 5 years.
You see, they are now blaming the American president of American troops. This is how this Janjaweed work. So the presence of American troops now is why you are losing more soldiers. You can imagine. You can imagine someone that said he has sense is blaming American soldiers who are present. American soldiers who have come to train your soldiers, to give them guidance. That you yourself want to jeopardize, you yourself even scheme for a means to kill them. The American soldiers that you are not supporting. If you see a way to attack them, you will. Now you are blaming them for the terrorists you groomed by yourself. For the terrorists that you yourself sponsor. Mad people.
We must ask, the evidence is there? Yes, the numbers are there. They are not giving us the full numbers. As opposed to what's happening in the United States. If a soldier dies, the other day, the president, vice president, and the secretary of war were at Dover, the airport, to receive the caskets of 3 fallen soldiers. And these are other ranks, not officers. But here, officers and men have been killed. We hear from nobody. The president never talks. And the military leadership, what they do is keep arguing with Sahara reporters. No, it's not 100. No, it's not 6. No, it's not that. We've been losing our men. And we've been losing our officers. Our officers are, I really am very saddened because I know the parents of some of these officers that passed away. Very gallant officers. Our fighting men, brave men and women that have fought, that have acquitted themselves in battlefields all over the world. And here you are, you dump them there, you don't give them equipment, they become sitting ducks. So officers were complaining, we've taken over Kuka, but we don't have equipment to fight these bad boys. Why? Why? Our tanks are all Russian made. Americans want us to buy from them, not buy from Russia. Our equipments are all gone. Been fighting the same equipment for 16 years. You have to replenish with brand new ones, not go and repair in the mechanic shop. Where is the money? What is the president doing? The president declared a state of emergency on security when? A few weeks ago? Is it just talk? How was it translated into our fighting men doing their fight? It's not giving them allowances like they've increased their allowances. Well, that's good. But what does allowance have to do with the soldier in the trenches, facing death, doing nothing without any equipment? I mean, this is not acceptable. And for any army, anybody to be losing to an enemy, it means that enemy has a superior intelligence than you.
That is the situation of Nigeria for you.
That is there.
That is the situation of the zoo for you. They can continue to hide it, and hide it, and hide it. But we day here, we will be bringing it out for people to see. And the whole world is seeing their shame that the zoological republic has fallen. The zoo has fallen. My fellow Biafrans, every one of us, we must prepare ourselves. We must get ready. We must prepare ourselves for what is coming because nobody will fight for us. The northern part of Nigeria has been taken over already. And they are trying to penetrate our land. Our governors are working with them. The politicians are working with them. Only us on our own. And today they have been able to chase our liberation army out from the camp. They have been able to destabilize our liberation army. So if anything happens today, we are on our own. Nobody will fight for you. Nobody will fight for me. This is why I was crying all this while. For us to maintain our liberation army. For us to maintain our liberation army and give them what they want. But nobody listens. Today, Biafra land has no single defense. The people in the riverine area, they have the militant and they are equipped. The militant are equipped. Different groups, different camps of the militant. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Different, very well equipped. Nobody is going after them. No governor is attacking them. No traditional ruler is talking against them. They are there. In the southwest, you have the Amoteku and so many other groups in the southwest. Nobody's attacking them. In the northern part of Nigeria, you still have them calling for negotiation for terrorists. They say they are their brothers. But in the southeast, the defense we have has been destroyed by idiots. It has been destroyed because of envy, jealousy, wickedness, stupidity, pride. They destroy everything we have. Today, we are on our own. We are vulnerable. If anything happens today, you are on your own. Anywhere you are on your own. If anything happens, you are on your own. You have to think of how to protect yourself. Nobody will do it for you. It is sad, but that is the true situation. That is the true situation. So let us go into their media to hear what information that is coming from this media station. Debunk the ones we can, and then we move on.
Always found ourselves to do. We know how to be resilient. We know how to be hardworking. We know how to be explicitly viable. We also know how to remain dogged. So when it feels like it's a World War III or a World War III, Nigerians are modified. I mean, petrol is going between 1,200, 1,250, 1,300. It will also be transmitted into food items. We are understanding. That's why it's difficult for a number of Nigerians to comprehend why it's difficult to have proper government. If you have an understanding population, yes, we have an understanding population, a population that it's not difficult to actually do what is needed to make them happy. just do the basics and they're very free to go, very good to go once you're able to deliver the basics. Once you're able to do that, then obviously everything is done, everything is okay. And Nigerians will not even question a lot of things. Good job opportunities, proper education, good road infrastructure, provide them with power, and life is good. You can eat your money, you can eat the money, you can embezzle it, so long as you're doing the very basic thing and provide the very basic thing. But why is it difficult if you have a population that is extremely understanding and you just take advantage of that and pushing them to war all the time? All right, welcome to the Evening Rush. Right here, we discuss topical issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. We also try as much as possible to look at have a logical reasoning or a logical comprehension to the conversations that we have. Vitally, actually, we intellectually get to assess some of these things, and we hear from you during the time for you to react. We hear from you, and hopefully, those who are meant to listen are listening, and they do the needful where it is required. So join us on YouTube right about now. It's audio visual. You can join us on YouTube and be part of the conversation. Youth unemployment is a global ticking time bomb, so something must be done urgently to defuse it. This crisis, already entrenched in developing countries, Nigeria specifically, may engulf the world if not checked. Now, according to the World Bank Group, about 1.2 billion young people in emerging economies, including Nigeria, will reach the working age in the next 10 to 15 years. Yet, current economic projections indicate that only around 500 million jobs are likely to be created during the same period, which is extremely ominous. The Washington-based institution says this mismatch implies that hundreds of millions of youth will have no access to productive employment. The president of the WBG, Ajay Banga, says the challenge is not only a development issue, but it is also an economic challenge and basically a national security concern. The bank warns that widening the unemployment gap is an invitation to strain public institutions, irregular migration, social unrest, and insecurity, particularly in regions with rapidly growing youth population. They identify the risk, which includes its being real and perceived as the main barrier to investment in developing markets, rather than lack of opportunity. It therefore urges development institutions to finance infrastructure, support regulatory reforms, and help reduce investment uncertainty. Africa is a significant part of the emerging economies, Nigeria particularly. It's estimated to have the youngest population globally, with 60% of its population under age 25. Unfortunately, in Africa, West Africa, Nigeria, if you have a teeming youthful population, you have a very old leadership. It's a crisis, actually. While the world is transcended, in a manner in which you need a youthful blood to gather, Africa's leadership has dominantly been owned within the age structure of 70 to 90, in some instances possibly getting to 100. As it stands, Nigeria's youthful population under 30 is put at 60 to 70%. The country's youth unemployment rate reached an all-time high of 53.40% in the fourth quarter of 2020. This is according to the NBS. This dropped significantly to 6.50% in the second quarter of 2024. And the NBS introduced a new methodology to calculate unemployment in line with the International Labour Organization's metrics. Despite this, underemployment and informal work rates stand at over 92% among Nigerian youth. These are staggering numbers. The global unemployment profile cuts across many sectors. According to the WBG, many countries, including Nigeria, are not giving young people jobs, including medical doctors. In this, unemployment is robbing the country of its youth and brightest professionals to the advantage of the economies of other countries where they relocate to in search of better opportunities. For instance, thousands of doctors and lecturers flee Nigeria every year to contribute to foreign economies. Indeed, successive governments in Nigeria have neglected to implement strategies to prioritize production, stimulate economic growth, and make the business environment conducive to production and manufacturing. Factories have been closing down, manufacturing companies have been closing down, multinationals are exiting the country. Between 1990 and the year 2023, 120 to 150 textile companies shut down in Nigeria. More than 15 multinationals exited Nigeria between 2020 and 2025, including Procter & Gamble, Diageo, Microsoft, Boat, Equinor, and GSK. These exits cost the economy at least 94 trillion naira and 20,000 direct and indirect jobs. While some came back after a little bit of a break, Boat and a couple of other e-hailing cab activities, but then there is still a huge gap in that. Therefore, the Bola Tinubu administration needs to implement policies to re-attract multinationals to the economy. The country's past situation is horrendous. It resulted in a high rate of business failures. Nigeria has been hovering between 3,000 megawatts and 5,000 megawatts since 1999. In a tech-driven world where young people engage in entrepreneurship, the country's leaders fail to provide electricity. In contrast, Egypt and South Africa generate 57,000 megawatts each to power their economies. Power alone will create numerous jobs. Regular electricity supply will encourage the few graduates and non-graduates who learn skills and the SMEs to be more productive and employ job seekers. Nigeria's 18.3 million out-of-school children speak to the anemic state of the unemployment profile will slide into the next 10 years and beyond. Multiple taxes added less hindrances to business startups. It is double jeopardy for governments that did not give them jobs in the first place to saddle their business with multiple taxes. The Minister of State for Finance, Taro Edele, before his new post, listed 60 multiple taxes hindering businesses in Nigeria. There is a slew of nuisance taxes at the state level. It's quite disheartening. Therefore, the Tinubu government should ensure the strict implementation that if there are new tax laws, productivity needs to be high. The government of the day needs to be active to ensure that taxes are paid. Provide power, provide jobs. That's where you can compel the citizens to pay taxes. If you do not do all of this, how do you then demand for citizens to pay taxes? The government needs to provide an enabling environment, which includes roads and other relevant infrastructure, to make jobs available for youth and to stimulate the economy. The country's federalism must be restructured to allow government to create wealth and jobs for young people. And Nigeria needs to adopt a paradigm shift by concentrating in its areas of comparative advantage, especially in agriculture, which will engender export earnings instead of trying to be a master in everything. Even in agriculture, it's already a death, with insecurity plaguing most of the regions currently considered as a food basket of the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you that on the political space as well, things have not been good. For example, Iretiking Ibe of the ADC has been suspended. Let's listen to why she was suspended. We'll also listen to one of the lawyers, Maxwell Opera, telling us why she was suspended. It's imperative for us to understand why the political class is going through what it's going through, specifically the opposition, and the insurance and the tendency for transparency. Every individual who asks for good leadership and true leadership needs to lead by example. If you do not lead by example, how do you now ask for good citizen responsibility towards you as a leader? Let's take a listen to this.
My name is Omale Borusule, and I'm the AMAC ADC party chairman. And I happen to be from Use ward as well too. Use is my ward as well too. So anytime they are holding any executive meetings there, so I can also participate there too.
So what's our offenses?
Part of our offenses are, as it was transmitted to me, though I'm part of Use ward. One, during the electioneering period, this election that just passed through, the local government election, throughout we never saw her. She didn't come out to campaign anywhere. Secondly, officially, when she collected, she picked her membership card in merit house sometimes back. Till date, she has not called the party expos together. Or either what, local problem. This is one, the other one, the independence.
All right, so that's Maxwell Opera, and that's one of the reasons why the fact that we were taking away for now is not in ADC, despite the fact that she claims to have defected. So you have two members who want to defect to the ADC. It feels unsuccessful. Ainaya Baribe is also another senator in ABGA. According to Ainaya Baribe, he says he's been sacked by ABGA. And Senate Chief Whip Okwemi Bamidele is encouraging the Senate President to declare the seat of Ainaya Baribe vacant. According to him, they feel that there is nothing wrong with ABGA. ABGA as a political party is airtight. So if there is no substantial reason as to why he's defecting, then his seat should be declared vacant. So Ainaya Baribe has been given some time by the Senate President to decide if indeed this is his final take or he withdraws his statement of defecting to the ADC, or present the letter of the sack, and then the House can, through its legal team, know what to do about it. Oshomole came out to say that so far as he knows, APGA is one of the airtight political parties, also threw a jab at Peter Obi by saying, you don't wake up in the morning and say, because Nigeria is on fire, then you want to go to Ghana. If you guys cannot maintain whatever internal squabbles you have in the House, how do you intend to lead Nigeria? That was what he said. And then a lot of persons were wondering, where did that come from? Somebody wants to defect from APGA to ADC, and you're talking about how do you not resolve issues in your home if you want to rule Nigeria? In what context is that coming from? So they've encouraged the Senate President to use his authority, declare Abaribe's seat vacant if Abaribe cannot bring substantial evidence in our fan. So we can now wait to hear from the APGA chairman if indeed Abaribe was sacked, as he said in the House. So if the APGA chairman doesn't speak, what then happens? Abaribe wants to defend. It's possible that he may not be allowed to defend, and if he's ready to do so.
It's under investigation, but tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have tomahawks.
Yes, because it's only when you are not at the same time to know what is happening. You may not know the harm that APC government is doing to this country. Are you talking about electricity, power, or raw material for you to buy a raw material? What you are buying 10 naira today, going back, you will buy 20 naira. Are you talking about cost of transportation? Look at what the transport is. Even the workers to come to work. These things are some of the things that if you have a coordinated government or organized government, they have to do something. But because APC government have nothing to do except politics for their own stomach, politics for their own family, politics for their own friends only, nothing. Because most of the companies are collapsing, most of the companies are falling, and they're going. They're not doing anything about it. Because if you have power, maybe 24 hours of power, a lot of things will happen, things will change, you will produce. Even the cost of materials or raw materials may go up. But if you have power, you can do something. The artisan will work, the mechanic will work. Some of these people that welders will work, there's the artisan. But there's no power. When you are going to, they will check you and where do you see the money? There's no money in circulation. And also for you to transport yourself from one place to the other. Is he talking about agriculture? Nothing is happening. People are being displaced where they are farming. So the government is not doing anything. Not that they cannot do anything. If they have the willpower, if they have Nigerians at that, they can do something. But because they are confused, this government is confused. Government of APC is confused. Just check the trajectory. They are not doing anything. So this is the time for Nigerians, the masses, to know what to do.
When we throw words out like that, we need to contextualize them. This time around, I'll say the word context as frequently used by Bola during that interview. We would have to look into that. In what way do you think the ABC is confused or the administration is confused? You keep repeating that phrase. So let's break it down. In what aspects are they expressing confusion? Based on what the president said in 2025, when he talked about no more corruption in the Nigerian economy and that the budget was properly utilized, claiming that we no longer borrow. I don't know if you recall at the time when he threw a jab at Trump by saying, when the statement was made about Trump's reaction to Nigeria, declaring Nigeria a country of particular concern and incompetent leadership that we have here, he threw a jab at him and said, we not actually need you because we're no longer borrowing. We've cleared our debt profile and we're on a good track. Out of not all products or produce, Nigeria actually an estimation from the profits. Nigeria did well in that, but it was quite a downer when Mr. Wale Edu came and addressed the National Assembly by saying that we barely made it. Well, in terms of profits, out of the 50 trillion naira thereabouts, expenditure was like 30 trillion. What came in was 10 trillion, which was actually not enough. So it was more like what the president had said in November was different from what Wale Edu was saying in September. The president made that statement in September. Wale Edu was making his own clarification in November, December. So we need that context. In what way are they confused?
Okay, let me take the security aspect of it. Nigerians, they were told that no more insecurity. That farmers have gone back to farm. Is it what is happening today? Can we say as a Nigerian that no more insecurity, and farmers are doing their job. So agricultural produce is also, we are seeing them, and things are coming down. You know, there was a time we were saying that agricultural produce, things are coming down, Gari is coming down. Can we say that now? And the insecurity, no more insecurity that we aside the American throwing bomb at Sokoto, have you ever had any other thing? Okay. Now, coming to power, remember that this government promised Nigerians that in within how many years, if I don't give you power, don't vote me in. Can you, Esther, in your place, do you have even 6 hours light? Can you post, can you say, can you tell Nigerians that are listening today that you have power?
President introduced a committee to look into it and an initiative called GAPCO. I heard that from cement, during Buhari's time. They brought up the concept of cement. They decided to pick up on it and see all the areas where there were some vulnerabilities to immerse it in the new scheme the president intends to infuse. The president had told us during the campaign in 2022 that if there is no electricity, which is very important, do not vote for me to come back a second term. Mr. Adelabu has proven that it is beyond his comprehension or his capacity to be creative in handling the situation with electricity. He had claimed that it would take about $10 trillion to resolve the electricity situation in Nigeria because we're running on very old old modular system in terms of transmission, and that the technique Nigeria currently is using to distribute electricity is very poor. Most of the facilities are also very outdated. So that was what he suggested before we saw the division of band A, band B, band C, band D, and band E, all the lines. According to that, once it is divided on this, the more you pay, the more electricity you get. If you're not able to pay, no more electricity. Meanwhile, there are some residents complaining they're not getting prepaid meter despite the fact that they paid estimated billings that is not, transmitted in real time as to the electricity generated to them. So these are the inadequacies being observed. But the president has actually promised and brought up GAMCO in the moment. The Adelabu is asking Nigerians to be patient. The president is working on it. He's fixing it.
Esther, you see, before you make a statement, it's like they are taking Nigeria for a ride, not it's like. Because somebody will come and tell you, it's an electionary campaign. You can come and make any promise you feel that Nigerians are children. So when you promise that I'm going to make overhead bridge from Igbo State to Lagos State, people will clap for you. This is a president that maybe we believe that he has done all his due diligence before he came out to make such a thing. And remember that, did you know that the Asa Rock is not going to be cut off from the national grid? They have their own solar. So that light that is light 24 hours. So what is good for them is not good for Nigerians. All these promises, they cannot achieve anything. Is it every year they will change their plate, cutlery is what they are using in presidency. Do you know how much they are putting there? Every year, you ask yourself the question, if they are breaking those cutlery, those plates, they are breaking them, those food every year, you know how many millions? They should stop deceiving themselves. They are not deceiving Nigerians.
Can I say something about this?
Sorry, let's pinpoint on the situation. Yes, we're having a terrible power situation. 1, 2, the situation of the war has actually exposed the vulnerability in Nigeria's economy. We are more than 90% largely dependent on imported produce. One would say that this is a point in time for Nigerians to retrospect and see how we can open up channels that we can begin to produce products we can use to self-sustain. As it stands now, if Israel and Iran and the US do not come at an agreement to say, you know what, we need to stop this. Because the European economies or countries, they know how to navigate in terms of looking for alternative means to survive. In Nigeria here, we do not. Our main source of revenue is still the same oil. Nigeria may profit from it. But again, if we are so reliant on import, some of these goods cannot come in. The Strait of Hormuz, one of it too is our ships for us to export these barrels of oil. And as it stands now, Iran is like a scorpion. No, but anyone who doesn't show any form of assistance, they will sting the person. You saw what they did to the surrounding countries. So if it seems you're speaking with the president and you as an entrepreneur, as you have said, you're being affected, if something is not done in the next 1 month, Nigeria could plunge into a major economic crisis. When I make major economic crisis, it will replicate in every sector. And if you do not have money, you will terribly be affected. Multinational companies and even small companies right now trying to stay afloat should you feel the impact of this? What should be done soon to mitigate this effect? I don't know if the Ministry of Agriculture and also the Minister of Economy is also looking for something to how they can handle this.
Very funny. You know why it's funny? Even before this war, we have economic crisis. We have a major economic crisis in this country. So nobody should take the war in Iran as a yardstick for what we're going through. Our problem is totally different from what is happening in Iran.
I agree with you, Mr. Lawa Ekundai. I asked the same question. I said, Nigeria currently is almost 90% dependent on imports. As it stands right now, largely dependent on imports. For most of your companies that produces the imports, most of the parts we used to do stuff is imported. So right now, goods on the high sea may have to pause in some of the harbors because of what is currently going on, and everyone is praying that this war stops. For a country that is already going through an economic strangulation, highly dependent on import, what other avenues, alternative avenues to keep our economy afloat? Because you have more than 70% of privately owned business holding this economy together.
Change the first thing that is the solution is for the president to change the whole cabinet. That's the first one. We'll now begin to talk about new brain, what they are, what they can do to move this country forward, and every now and then. I was reading something about Ghana. And Ghana, their country, that's Ghana, for God's sake, they have done the values, I think it's writing.
And it's not owned by some individual.
No, it's owned by the government, and they are operating it. Up till now, it's operated. So how much is Ghana's GDP, for God's sake? And they have their refinery, and it's working, it's serving the people, and they're upgrading it, they are not complaining. And here, we have refineries, 4. And then they keep putting money that can.
Sir, we do not have, don't mention the refineries.
What I know what I'm saying.
Completely more, sir, they're more important, they're not operating.
I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about the fact if something is useless, what do you do to it? Do you keep spending money on something that is useless? Do you get what I'm saying?
I asked this question 2 days ago. I said, why can't we build new refineries? Monies for certain projects. For example, we heard that Snake Point Island, the contract has been given to Gilbert Chadwick, the president's close ally, and we know that multi-billion dollars will be given to him for that particular, according to them, to decongest the port. Okay, good. That's one of the work that project is meant for. But we have a situation where it's only a Dangote refinery that Nigerians are currently relying on. And Dangote refinery buys the crude from Nigeria at an international rate, and then that's how they sell it. Then some persons believe that the president should subsidize petrol for now, even if he says subsidy is gone. But the question is, would you only rely on Dangote's refinery? What's the plan for refinery in the future? Because of circumstances like this, imagine if a Dangote refinery was not available yet or even operational. What would have happened to us?
Or maybe Dangote refinery wants to do upgrade.
And even saying, let's talk about currently. What if there was no operating refinery that is operational?
Do you need my own opinion?
Yes, I need you, please.
My own opinion is that Mr. President should resign. He has failed Nigeria. I'll give you a reason.
The president is not ready to resign.
Let me tell you, this is my own opinion. Let me give you a reason.
He will not resign.
He will not resign. I know, no Nigerian president or even ministers, except those of them that their own certificate came out, they can't cover themselves. Look at this, an administration that told us that refinery is working. They told us, they went and they brought fuel and put in it and opened it, and people were jubilating. I came here and told them that if that refinery is working, I will not come here again to analyze anything. So they have deceived Nigerians, and this thing that is happening today, if it is a responsible government, this is the time to show how government work, because you must have what they call reserve. So where is our reserve? Even produce of the farm produce, you must have a reserve so that you can open it for people to enjoy within the time the war will last. But because we are vulnerable, because we don't have such a thinking people to think for Nigeria, they call themselves leaders. So that's the issue.
Mr. Lawal Kundai, the United States of America, through Riley Moore, has given a recommendation to the Nigerian government to stop having anything to do with China. They said China's illegal mining in some of the northeastern region is basically what is causing the militia killing innocent persons and displacing their citizenry. As it stands now, if we're having this current situation ongoing and obviously Nigeria heavily dependent on imported produce. Do you think Nigeria would have to strengthen its ties with China? Because, like I said, even the manufacturers, even whatever companies are operating, they import everything they use to produce. Every material, everything they need to use in producing is imported, and everything will skyrocket. So, my question is this: do you think Nigeria should continue her relationship with China, despite the warning from the US?
I've asked people many times, what is the benefit of China to Nigeria? Nobody has been able to answer that question. Because we are importing all these fake substandard products. Is that what the benefit, which as of 1970 something, China was coming here to serve us. As of 1980 something, the only thing that is greater than us, our produce, was Europe and America. We were ruling China and Africa. We forgotten a bag made in whatever. You go, they make slippers for you. These cobblers, they do shoes. They do shoes, they display it, they sell, and then everything shut down, and then China has taken over our market with substandard. Even they even do as much as our ashoke, our native dress up is coming from China and it's fake. Now, because it's substandard to what we produce here, there's no protection at all. I remember these textile industries here that employ more than 1 million people across, in Lagos. And you have this in the north too. You have in the east, and they shut it down. What protection? We went to China because we want to borrow money, or what? Or because it's cheaper. We shut down our businesses here, our manufacturing here, and then we begin to import from China. Now, illegal mining all over the country, with Chinese people, being perpetrators of this illegal mining, along with some of these bandits. These bandits are terrorists in the bush, for God's sake.
That's your question.
So what are we doing with China? What is the benefit of China to us?
China, you may consider that not to be true, but I know a couple of importers, especially those into iron, into all this pumping machine, these people that do bottling companies and all the likes. Most of the materials and machines they imported from China. These people that do bottling company, pure water, all those things they imported from China.
I'm coming.
Hold on. I asked you a direct question. Let's not go into all of that because of time. I have quite a number of topics to discuss here. I asked you, I said, the US has disclosed that we should no longer have anything to do with China. But with what is currently going on now, with the Israel-Iran war, it's a crisis. It's causing a global problem. The unfortunate thing for Nigeria is that we're a highly dependent country on imported produce. We have not resurrected our own production capacity, which I expected that the government of the day would now understand how to go about it and see how they can create avenues and channels to encourage local production. Local production is important so that when a situation like this is happening, Nigeria doesn't necessarily need to be affected. We can, on our own, manage ourselves. Our economy can provide for us, like you have it in South Korea, even this China. They may not necessarily be affected because they have what it takes to take care of themselves. And I have to say a question: if the US is giving a recommendation that we should not have anything to do with China, what should we do? Because China is almost, Nigeria is dependent on China. Let's just use that word right now. That's what it is. What do?
We begin to develop our own industries.
Right now, that people are languishing. Somebody is asking for help on the platform right now that he has not been paid salary. He's a security person. He's asking for money.
Can I? Yes, I want to respond. You see, America is giving this for their own interest. One.
Obviously.
Two. America is giving this also to help Nigeria because even America depend on China produce, but they have a standard. So the whole thing boils down on leadership failure because if China is producing for us, that should be a standard. But because government are not doing what they're supposed to do, anything can come in. They will, like what you're saying, you are in order. All these things were working before, but they now want to cheap. And Nigerian government close their eyes because of what is going to their pocket. That's why you see most of these companies are dying. They will go to China because they were coming here. What do they call the immigration or whatever? The custom will take their own and also pay half of it to the government boss and all this. So they are closing out all these things that's happening. China can produce for us, but we must have a standard. China is producing for America. So the issue is that leadership failure. We don't have leaders in this country to make sure that things will work well. We cannot start now because America has given us it's an advice. And I have said it here, we have discussed it here, that most of the illegal mining is perpetrated by China and foreign bodies. So, and Nigerian government, you listen to Gumi, whatever. He said that the bandit, Sheikh Gumi, you have the recent interview he granted. He said government knows this bandit. That before he go for discussion with the government is aware. He accused them. So they need to send their own delegates. So Nigerian government is a problem of this country. Nigerian government is a problem of this country. So what America is advising us or telling us to do is not something we don't know. We know it, but Nigerian government, they don't want to stop it. That's why they want the people of this country to keep suffering, keep dying, only their family.
Mr. Lawa, you wanted to say something?
Yes. What I'm trying to say is that we have the capacity to be even greater than China. We were like that before. The whole world was looking at us. How did we get to this level that we now became dependent on China? Everything goes. Don't it in Nigeria. Do you know that even in this Iran-Israel war, do you know that this US plus these Gulf nations actually sent to Ukraine? Ukraine is at war with Russia for them to help them to stop the drones of Iran. So they're already getting contracts. That is Ukraine getting contracts from Gulf nations for military assets. And they're already sending it there. Look at the country at war. And we are making money. We are not at war. And we are losing money. Then what is wrong with us here? What do we bring back? We have so many things to bring back. We are talking about power. Have you been to industrial estates? We have industrial estates all across the country. This industrial estate generates more power that they can consume. Why not allow this industrial estate to give the neighboring towns or villages around them part of this power and charge them? Instead of wasting the power. The government cannot supply this power. These industries are doing, many of them have giant generators. And the power they produce is too much. Then let them supply these communities in this area, and then the whole place will have 24 hours and business will grow. But we are not seeing that. The only thing we see is more light and more profit. The question is, all this profit they are declaring, and we don't have electricity. Where are they getting the profit? Because it's what you sell that you make profit from. And now we have this electric power supply, and the discounts are declaring more profits.
Nobody can do what they said. If you see how much they gave to them as a stated bill and no light.
They are even doing load shedding now. They are taught to do a load shedding. 1 day on, 2 days off, or 1 day off, 1 day on. Why? Because they are not ready to do anything meaningful in this industry. What's so big about generating power, for God's sake? Go to Institute of Engineering. Go to Institute of Electrical whatever in Nigeria here. They can do all this. You can build all these machines. Is government spending money on research? All over the world, big countries who are doing very well, they pump huge money into their institutions, into their universities, into their technical schools for them to produce all these machines for the government to use. Here is a lie. All the researches our children are done at school, they just end up in the library.
Mr. Kundayo, don't talk about the school and research, because it is this Senate and this government that says you can go and forge the result and forge their aid and come and be the president. They have passed the law. So when you are talking about research, you are just coming from a different world based on what this government believes. Because they are passing into yes. You can go and forge. Those of you that are going to school, you don't need it. What you need, go and get a crack certificate and push it and print it and what computer center. Right. So why should they spend money in research? They will spend more money in buying cutleries. They will spend more money in tea. Which NNPC, do you see how much they budgeted for tea break or whatever? And even government houses. Look at it. We are not talking about what we are. You see, we don't have purposeful leadership. And it's a sorry situation we find ourselves. People are spending money on research. People are spending money in education. But our own go and print the certificate. And they are easy to sign it into law. How will you sign it? Where we go? And when you are talking, they say somebody will.
So how do we grow? So how do we grow? When we have people who have false certificates in the government working, most of them false certificates.
National Assembly, most of them, almost 95% of them for their certificate.
And the INEC now legalizes.
He's facing some problem because they allegedly that his certificate is forged too. So that's why they quickly passed such a bill. And Nigeria, we are busy chasing we are looking at the transmitting our result. If this is because you don't have a leader that can have what it takes to put a nation into a very good state.
Let me tell you, if you go to China, many of these things you see are done in their secondary school. You see all these technical things, you see all these things, they are done in their secondary schools.
Abba was leading them. The purpose is politically kill everything in Abba. Abba was competing. What is China? What is Japan? It was made in Abba, made in Nigeria. And because what they want to do, you see, politics sometimes
is usually replicate some of these things.
Yes, this is our technology, our idea.
Malaysia came to Nigeria and make palm from Malaysia today. Where is Nigeria?
What about palm yam? It was taken from this palm yam. It was taken from Nigeria here. It was one of our students that did that research. Discover how to use that palm without pounding it. And now look at where it's coming from.
We are playing politics outside the national development. We are playing politics, tribalism, nepotism everywhere. Is that this country cannot grow except we believe that we are one Nigeria. And I believe that Nigerian leaders have never believed that we are one Nigeria. That's why this is happening.
See the effort of this JAM and WAEC to call examination malpractice. INEC has just the House of Assembly has just confirmed that effort is a waste. It's a waste because that certificate you are running after it's not required. Just go and force certificate and bring it and then rule the country. That's all. Look at that mentality for God's sake, for people who rule us.
It's a way of
all right, let's move to security. In Zamfara State, one of the communities there, they are asking the residents to provide 10 million naira, AK-47 rifle, motorcycles for them to be able, for the residents, the community members to stay in their state and go about their farming. Meanwhile, General Musa told the press that the militia are ragtags, that they're getting the heavy brunt of the Nigerian Air Force and all the artillery, that they're getting the heavy brunt. So all of this retaliatory attacks from them is just basically a survival method to prove that they have an upper hand or they have an edge. So Musa kind of tried to downplay the effect or the retaliatory effect of these terrorists on the Nigerian army by saying, yes, we've lost a few soldiers, but we are actually raining down on them. Now, what is going on is the fact that the North has given Tinubu an ultimatum to sack General Christopher Musa, that he's not effective enough. Trump has also given a live warning to the Nigerian government to dissociate themselves, especially if they know these terrorists. They should begin to investigate them and call them out and take them to court. We have not seen the Nigerian government in that regard, aside from the coup plotters. Certain names have been mentioned, but we don't know if possibly what they're doing is covered, and they don't want Nigerians to know. But heavy conditions have been given to the Nigerian government in tackling insecurity. As it stands, the picture, the images we're seeing, they're not quite reflective of if the Nigerian army is having an edge to this. But let's try to encourage our soldiers on the war front. Right now, the North is asking to be sacked. Nigerians were quite happy when he was given that position, but they're deflated with the attitude afterwards, what they're hearing, what they say in regards to this. Some persons feel it's because General Christopher Musa is a Christian, and obviously they want to take advantage of that and say let him be sacked. It's barely 2 or 3 months. Is it something he would have done magically? Others believe that there are certain persons that Christopher Musa would have to listen to. He will not actually make decisions on his own. What's your take on that?
Yeah, my take is that, you see, I'm not trying to be, maybe I'm not saying any good thing about the government, but we're saying the factual. A government that can lie to their citizens, who knows where can you can't even trust them again. Now, government will come and tell you that we have stopped all the insecurity, and the next tomorrow you see something that is happening. And so it's very difficult for you to believe when government is saying we have done this, and we're taking this measure. You can't believe them. Now, calling for the Christopher Musa to be sacked, I don't buy that idea. But what I know is that Would they allow him to do some of the things? Remember that we have high authorities that most of them, when they have their own meeting, they will go and divulge this information to the bandits, and soldiers will be killed. We are here when the general was killed, and they were asking who gave the order. Nobody. So what I want to advise the General Musa Christopher and Musa is that he should do what he's supposed to do. If President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave him such a mandate, he should do what he's supposed to do without looking at this person or that person. And the president should support the military. Because if the military is being supported to do what they're supposed to do, they will achieve the end. But because most of these things, when they release this money, go and trace. If they say they release 10 billion, go and check if they release that 10 billion. If they say they release 5 billion, go and check. Because before this money will get to the military, a lot of things will happen. And also go and check some of the material they are using, the war equipment they are using. We are here in this country when they told us that they bought the helmet they use is fake. We are here. So the issue is that government should check whatever that is happening. If government is sincere to stop this security, they will stop it. They will stop it. We don't need any foreign body to help us. We can help ourselves. And if the bandit or terrorists will be given condition by this bring AK-47, it's going to show you that they are lacking for many things, and most of those things to put fears in the mind of the people.
But the community members said they have no way to get it at the
that is it. So why can't the bandits go and get it themselves? Because they know that most of their ways have been blocked. So we need to encourage the Nigerian military to do more. But they are not encouraged. That's the simple thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a very short break. The Union Rush continues. You can stay with us.
How is it dark? I never been the job. President has to come on board and speak to Nigerians about what he has in mind to cushion the effects of this war so that it will not affect the people.
Well, the president just finished a talk with top security officers.
We are not Nigerians. We are the Nigerians.
Hold on, before Christopher Musa addressed the press. And he has approved the procurement of new equipment for the armed forces and other security agencies.
That's not what we
The
want.
Nigerian military have been complaining on several occasions that the weapons they have are outdated, and most of the time they're actually overrun by these terrorists. We also see cache of weapons, all right, top-tier weapons being taken from the Nigerian military during their combat with these terrorists, and obviously their weaponry is deflated, is reduced. The president has actually asked for these equipment as asked and requested for by the Minister of Defense, by the Inspector General of Police, by the Chief of Naval Force, by the Chief of Navy and the Air Force, and money is already being put together to get weapons. So if the president address Nigerians, but do the do rather than talking and talking.
Over 3 years now, we are not saying this.
Esther, let me tell you something. Sorry. You know why American president, the UK, Canada, and all the rest of them come to the public, the masses, and talk to them? Because they believe that these people employed us, and every 4 years we go back to ratify our boyfriend, test our popularity. Not even testing their popularity, because you go to your employer to say, "Okay, my contract has finished. Can you renew it?" But because we have people that believe with the INEC and judiciary that we are not, their employers, so they can do whatever they do. That's why they can say they have approved. And go and check what they approve. Next time, I've been receiving a lot of information and security information. What happened in this country? You will cry for this country. They are not approving anything. They will tell you they approved 20 naira. They didn't approve it. Even some of the military heads, when they approve it, are they using it what they're supposed to do with it? No. So the issue is that they will not address us because Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC government believe that we are not the people that hire them. So they believe that that's why they are
What evidence do you have?
The evidence I have is almost everywhere. Look at the condition of Nigerians.
No, you can't.
We are talking about it that the president should be addressing us like American government every day.
I asked a question that if the Nigerian government via President Bola Ahmed is addressing you and nothing tangible is happening, but according to him, he prefers action to be taken rather than addressing you. I mean, and you still complain that, oh guys, you keep talking to us, but we're not seeing any tangible change.
If he's addressing us, nothing is happening. That means he's incompetent. Yes, because when anytime American government like
Donald
he's
Trump.
not addressing you, and you're saying
No, are we seeing action? Okay, he's not addressing us. Are we seeing action? Have we been seeing action? Look at the cost of transportation. Look at the cost of living. Look at power. He's not addressing us. Every day you hear that they have approved. Look at insecurity. They will tell you they approved this. Nothing is happening. They are not addressing you. No action.
He just approved it.
You didn't approve anything. Let us see action.
That's it. What do you mean under the
Yeah, because he said he approved this, they approved that. Did you call the press to tell them what actions they have taken?
So that's why you mean the information I'm saying about him approving it is wrong or what?
I don't understand because who is speaking? Is it not the commander in chief that's supposed to speak? Don't tell you. It's not we are talking about. He's not saying this. He's just going to hear it.
The one saying.
Okay, when did you do the broadcast? That means the press. So when did you do the press?
Not the broadcast.
You didn't do any press. What? I mean,
transmitted it to National Assembly.
Okay, and they said it attributed to by who? This is not
what's the name itself, of course. Nobody's. This country is disarray.
I just hinted to you that the president had a security talk with the top security officers.
We want him to talk to us.
You asked me when did he say so, and I'm telling you. He just had a security talk with the top security officers. And they came out, one of them, General Christopher Musa,
okay, had it in a closed door meeting.
Came to address the press, and obviously he was detailing to the press what they just finished talking about in the high-profile security meeting they had with the president. So I don't know why you're asking me.
We want to. No, what I'm saying is this: we want the president to speak to Nigerians. The press will be there to take questions, he answers, and that is that. We don't want anybody to come and address except the president. But it's the president. The president. We don't want the president. No. We need to see the person that is driving the ship of this country. We are not saying they cannot talk, but when was the last time the president has faced the press and taking questions from them?
I think that was in 2024.
2024, 25, 26. How many years ago?
Since his elections in 2023, since his inauguration, it was in 2024.
You see?
That was the last time.
Now, it's every time we'll be hearing somebody with this. We have to close meeting, so when the person responsible will say no. And we need a president that will tell us, I have approved this. I have given to us. Nigerians will question to him. I don't know the president dealing with. Maybe he's not feeling fine. Maybe he's not feeling fine.
Maybe he's not feeling fine.
The president is not feeling fine. So remember that the vice president, Shetima, told us that he's in charge of security, whereby their president will be in charge of the economy. So where is he? Where is he? See, let me tell you, this is not about whether you hate somebody or you hate one party or you hate someone one party. We are saying what is the due process. That's the due process. People understand Trump. When he is doing the press conference, you see people asking very pertinent questions. Can you do it here? Before even president will come, the president must have remove and put what they will ask him. You see what we want to see? They had a close meeting, and somebody has to come out. You may not be in that meeting. We need a president that will sit down and address the nation. People will ask him, journalists will ask him questions. That you release this, and you know that it is a president that says, not a reporter speech. And then the people will like it is that time the press will be able to tell you exactly what is going on outside. Because you are talking to the press. The press will be showing you evidences. Something happened at so time, something happened at Kidney of the Con. This and that. There's one that's supposed to be that wasn't released. We had that. You get information from the press.
If we go back in time, sometimes when we look at issues in this country, let's go back in time. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was in opposition, said quite a lot about how to handle government. Security stops at the table of the president. This was one of the things he said to Jonathan's government. During the Occupy Nigeria protests in 2012 at Ojota, amidst of the streets in Lagos, he actually said a lot of things against Jonathan. For example, why would subsidiary route? You want to come on my not to read, not to feed, not to eat. Dead to. You saw all the coffins that were displayed, all the statements that were made, and even when he finished, he dropped the microphone. It was quite dramatic. As an opposition, the president was very active and condemned almost everything about about the Jonathan government, the high level of corruption. The president himself actually said the Yorubas and the Fulanese are one. The president said it himself, in terms of that regard. The president has also asked for Nigeria to be divided. He says Nigeria cannot move on as one. A lot of things were said at the time, but changed. How did his perspective change? Is there something in Afro that kind of creates a different scenario about life? Maybe as an opposition, you don't really know what is going on until you get there.
We have seen leaders who occupy that Asoro and did well. I will beat my chest for Yaradua. When he got to that place, it was the man. He addressed the press. He speaks every now and then. No. I'm talking about the economy was stable there. He even dropped the price of fuel. This is what they are saying. There were subsidy being paid as of that time, and the man still reduced the price of the fuel.
I thought you were also going to mention the Niger Delta crisis.
Yes, settle that. Not so many of us. Here had any protests. Obasanjo was there. Obasanjo took our debt. Is it not Obasanjo that cancelled our debt? Is it not Obasanjo that do most of these institutions today that are working, like EFCC, you see now that working? Is it not Obasanjo that built whatever he built? So, education. When you are talking about, you see, Mr. President, I've never believed in one Nigeria. He was deceiving Nigeria. That's why he went there and is doing opposite of what he said.
That's what I said. When he made that statement and what is currently happening now, what has changed?
Nothing changed because he's not sincere. He's deceiving Nigerians. He's never believed in one Nigeria. This thing he's doing.
He's a hardcore believer of democracy.
No.
He has spent his life in jail, almost got an exile for defending democracy.
Which jail? Which jail? They should stop lying. Which jail? We know which jail. He never spent any. He is deceiving himself, not Nigerians. He never believed in one Nigeria because he said that Nigeria is supposed not to be one. He has said it. And also, all those things.
Make him this statement because he has to do something, or he believes when politicizing.
He has the capacity to want to. It's like Buhari. I know Buhari. When Buhari was head of state, I think I was very small. And with my little investigation, I know that it was the day ago that was it. Buhari had no option to do anything. Now, when Buhari was given PTF to be the chairman, we know what happened. That's why you need to go to the history. And for you to know things, Buhari was PTF chairman. How many millions was lost? We know what Buhari said based on his utterances. Now, when people were clamoring for Buhari to be the president, I, for once, and I told my director then in the JDP, said, this man, let us go to history. And this man is don't never believe in one Nigeria. But because, circumstances and people were expecting a huge Messiah to come and save, and they thought they were going to do it, without referencing to what you are doing, what your action is like, what you said.
All right, very quickly. What do you think is going on now with Senator Ena Barabe and Senator Iriti Kingibe? I played you their audio inserts because we want to open the phone lines. Senator Barabe may not be able to leave APGA unless he's able to present evidently that he was sacked by APGA. And the APGA chairman has not spoken yet. The House believes that there is nothing wrong with APGA, and one of the reasons why you can defect is if there are irreconcilable differences in your political party, like what is going on in the PDP and also in the Labour Party. Adams Oshiomhole has actually asked that the seat, Adams Oshiomhole and Senator Okoyemi Bamidele have asked for Ena Barabe's seat to be declared vacant.
Yes, I can ask a question. If Ena Barabe, a general question, if Ena Barabe is coming to APC, would they do this? They wouldn't have done this. They wouldn't have done this. But secondly, I am not a member of any political party. Go and check.
Maybe you should join one.
Go and check. For now, I'm not ready to join. Yes, so that I can be where I am to say what I want to say. Now, I had it. There was a time, APGA in Abia State, APGA or whatever, said they have sacked Ena Barabe because he's playing anti-party politics. Nigeria is a place where lies the bedrock of everything. But what I'm saying is that the APC government, what is good for the Ganga is good for the whatever. They should leave Ena Barabe to do what he wants to do. They should stop playing this ultrist politics. We know that even when the senior president applied upon all the allegations that EFCC gave him one money he spent and he ate in the
government of Cross River and Akwa Ibom State. When you come to APC, were they having problem with PDP? No, they were not having problem. So why should I calm down? Because what they are doing, they are not playing the politics the way it's supposed to.
I have my own side of the story. My own side of the story is this.
People are marrying in the Kiniko.
This Abga, if you say, is there a crisis in Abga, I will say yes. You know why? Because there's no definition in the constitution of what you mean by crisis. You can have a crisis with the chairman. Maybe you talk to the chairman, he doesn't like the way you talk, and then you can decline because of that. It's a crisis.
You get a very good to have a personal crisis.
Yes, it's a crisis. Yeah, so you can come up with any crisis. You know why? Because the day those 27 lawmakers in the reversal and let go, because there was no unity, it was a little small issues here and there. They left.
And they were exempted.
They were
not vacant.
So I don't know, maybe one or two persons may not, maybe they don't smile at each other, maybe you invited him to lunch, he refused to come. That's a crisis. Maybe you talk and then because of that you can't.
People, you see.
So
you know one thing.
Crisis is crisis.
You know one thing I love politics. Politics is a game.
What happened?
You're taking people based on what the academic chairman, but there's something he said, he said what they transmitted to me. That means it's not there. But secondly, I think that they are too quick. I think they are too quick to go to court because party have their internal mechanism. Let them not be. I'm just.
So you heard what they said that she did not come for meetings. She did not even come.
All this is party have
during the Amak elections. She didn't come out. She didn't go live. And then there are talks about 100 million naira or so.
But they said they what they had. What they had. Not that it's sure. So let them leave all this in and
their party. So let's take calls right about now. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817175638. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name, please?
Patrick is calling from Okota.
All right, Patrick, welcome. Please go ahead.
Yes, I completely agree with the two gentlemen in the studio, Mr. Kundayo and Ben. Tony Sorry, this country, I don't think since 2015 we have not had a president as far as I'm concerned. Everything that's said about APC, right from the source of life, what we have around today, is not meant to kill this country, it's not to please themselves and perpetrate themselves on Nigerians. They are supposed to be servants, but they are now beginning to lord it over Nigerians. Look at the people that is coming from other parties to APC. No conditions are given. But when they are becoming out of other parties to the opposition, they don't even want opposition to grow. Each time they want to try to gather, they go there and disorganize them, chase them away from their location. Is it how what we are meant to have? Is it really what Tinubu call himself a strategy, a master planner, and a politician to the core? It is very, very unfortunate. I don't even know where we are going to start from. Because as it stands right now, we don't know the level of intimidation they are going to bring to bear on elections next year. We don't really know what are they planning. Because when they are beginning to tell us that they have 40 million membership registered online, this is a propaganda to the highest level, which we have never had. They should come and prove it to us. Now the president has gone, I don't know what to say, he has gone into hiding. People will just go inside the house, ask for you, and come and tell us what they discuss. The president will not address Nigerians. In the 30th day of the year, that is supposed to address Nigerians, he will not do it. It is very disappointing. Let me allow others to make their call. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a listen to Gospel Babir again.
And this one is from Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwa. Letter of defection from the People's Democratic Party. Oh, PDP is gone. Letter of defection from the People's Democratic Party. PDP to the African Democratic Congress. this medium of my resignation from the Labour Party, LP. Kai, even Labour Party is dead. I've read about 3 different political parties now. So you cannot accuse the ruling party of tampering with their leadership. Because here you have APGA, you have Labour, you have NVP, and all those things. So all of them have problems. They've not been able to put their parties together. So APC cannot be blamed for this. But they are all out to ensure that we have, what we call it, minority status in this chamber. And I'm very proud of them.
Can I prophesy? Can I prophesy?
No.
APC is going to collapse in this church.
Because
after their convention, after their primaries, we will see whether the Senate president will come and say the Senate. Mark my words. He has anything upstairs. Somebody gave you letter to read. He has anything upstairs. And then you are saying your own and how you can celebrate. I mean, you can celebrate.
The agenda is one party.
He was shown to him because he was in the PDP. Shown to him. I said, I am responsible for what I said. They can't be PDP. My own is this. My own is very simple and clear. What has his own comment got to do with the letter that the person wrote? If you read it to the shop, and then you are now talking about another one. What has his own PDP made as a governor? 2-time governor, commissioner. Look at this is like the governor. He is today. Look at how loose his mouth is.
Mr. Tony Bata. Why are you fighting for? Are you fighting for your position?
No, I'm fighting for him.
You're fighting for him?
Yes, I'm fighting against him, please.
Yeah.
Because PDP made him a governor. 2 good times, 2 tenors. He was a governor, he was a commissioner. And he's not ashamed, he was a leader in PDP.
There is no shame in Nigerian politics.
That is to tell you that there is
no integrity.
My own is that we have some people that have integrity. P2B have integrity. Yes,
Now
they have a politician. He's a politician. They have from 1980 up to date. They have people about it.
Hello, good evening. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good evening, what is your name?
I'm from Ocean.
Bamidele Ajibola, welcome.
Thank you. We can now see what's happening in Nigeria. There is no need for Tinubu to come back to 2027. Forget about whatever anything. Forget about all the parties going through now. I want anybody to see the downfall of PDP by 2027. We are going to see all that. Don't come. But what I want to do is that out, and we will see wonder if it can be done. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you for calling. All right. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, Mr. Ekpa.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. I would like to continue to be with you and the family.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is my name?
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Hey, what can settle this country? You know what can settle this country? Before this program will get peace, we need something like that happen in Ghana, like that that is the only thing that can settle this mess. Let us do something who will make everything work. Then we have our place today. Look at the party. I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to respect and to state. That's what I say. That is the possibility God into power unless Vietnam. You go to UK, all of those people that they don't pay money. I don't want the family. I don't want the family. I don't want the family. For no people go from nowhere, not Nigeria to Nigeria. Right. And they are being danger and I'm betting no men to see that making no work. They are not my head, they are making my head. I pray to Almighty God that any time from now, when we come to that we kill all these people, kill all of them. Amen.
Mr. Tony, stop it. Don't do that. You're national radio. Very careful. Please. You have to be. You need to learn to handle. No, Mr. Tony, but I need to learn to handle your emotion. When you call a national radio like this, you understand what it is. You understand how we are here. So don't encourage things like this. I beg you, please. When you call into the program, try as much as possible to focus on the conversation we had. Do not make threats at anyone. Do not curse. Do not make any derogatory statement. You can actually pass your across what you intend to pass across, as logically as possible. Let's be very guided. I beg you, Mr. Tony, please. I would implore you to act in a very, very mature way. All right? I understand how you feel, but let's not incentivize any other person to act in such a manner. Thank you very much. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good
evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you very much. My name is Kuka from Moncho.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. You can see how Abago is talking. I want to tell you people something. If you check around, everybody that moves to APC, they have a common phenomenon way of talking. As if they could fail in that party. If you check their line of argument, it's always the same line of argument. If you check the way of their talking, it's the same way. It's very, very unfortunate. I want to think that Nigeria needs a respect. But I want to advise all Nigerians to go and pick up their Butanka. That is very bad. God bless you.
Thank you so much for calling. I like that kind of call. Short and simple. Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, this is Emeka from Ogun State.
Emeka from Ogun State. Welcome.
Yeah, what I want to say is that, Esther, even though, for example, now, ABC need tomorrow, are we having heard there is something that will change in this nation? We are those in the ABC. Where they come from? I don't know the same people that don't have a lion's share in APC and now jumping into ABC. And I let you know that you at APC, and believing that so many people that jumping into APC now, they are informing that APC are sending, putting condition among them, using them to do that underground work. That's nothing, there's nothing that APC can never control to fix. And they are not even looking to everything.
Okay. Emeka line is calling on. They will call out for phone now. This thing will interrupt. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello? Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Yeah, yes, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I am fine, I'm you.
I'm fine, How are you doing?
I'm very fine. This is Mr. Michael calling from Shulero.
Mr. Michael, happy Friday to you.
Same to you, Esther.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I reached your analyst in the studio. Good evening, sir. Yes, and there's something I want to say, Esther. From what I've been discussing, I think there is an area we are greatly ignored, and it might be disadvantage to whatever is going to happen on 2027. You know that a lot of people are not aware politically in Nigeria. So many people, I keep trying to interview some people about this election, this politics, political parties. You find out that a lot of people are not aware of what's happening.
There is no political orientation.
Thank you very much, Esther.
There's no political orientation, you know. And let me just give you a total example. Last weekend, I visited a friend in a generation local government. And I now where people are sharing rice. There's a need to see the crowd.
Plenty.
You need to see the crowd that we are receiving with police beating them and everyone. There's a need to come and see the crowd.
I don't see now. If you see hunger, when are they talking there? To say where the top pieces are they come from?
So what I'm really saying is that these people now, all that we are saying and all their mind is, even if you give them 1,000 naira extra, they will collect and vote. People just want immediate gratification when they can get in line. So what I want to make is that there is need for massive education of Nigerians. I think when people are aware of the reality of what is going on, they'll be able to make the decision to vote right there. So people may get PVC only for them to use it that way to collect human rights or money, and then that's the end. I'm telling you the reality.
You're right, actually. You're very
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
What he said is absolutely right.
Yeah.
Mr. Tony, hold on. During the AMAC elections, the FCT Council polls, there's a young lady, her video went viral. When they asked her, she said she was trading her PVC for the highest bidder amongst all the political parties, which one would pay her better. And they said, don't you know you're selling your future? She said, which future? That she has not eaten. This is where she can make her money to eat. She'll take it home and feed her family. That all these people promise the same thing, good leadership, good, at the end of the day, nothing. That this is the best time for them to make money for themselves. So people that are complaining now about Tinubu, just hold on. Tomorrow, in this junction here, come and see we need to pack for this holiday. They will change their mind. Tinubu is the best person. Well, no, we'll vote for him in 2022. That's just the truth. People are hungry. That's why I said the opposition needs to understand that there is no class when it comes to politics. And all of what you see going on right now, campaign has begun. Have you seen the packages, the Ramadan packages of the president?
Yes, I've seen.
Not just the president, all the senators, all the council members of the APC, in their own word, they are doing their own special packages. It's televised all over.
Esther,
So they started campaign.
I know.
Esther,
let us be fair to Nigerians.
No,
I want you to
nobody is judging them.
Let me tell you something.
Nobody is judging them. I'm just telling you. I'm just
They are
telling you.
giving these things.
I'm just
But
telling you.
like the majority of Nigerians know what they want. Esther, I know what I'm talking. They will collect money and do the good thing. I know we have some people that will collect money and sell their conscience.
You cannot be certain about human beings.
Esther,
It's just that how you were
I
so
say majority
certain.
of
It's
Nigerians
just like how you
will
were
collect
so
money.
hold on. It's just like how you were so certain about politicians. There is no politician in
Esther, I'm
Nigeria.
a politician. I know what they do.
So there is no integrity politician in Nigeria.
No, they are. Don't generalize.
You go shock you.
They are integrity.
Shock you there. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Peter.
Your name is what?
Yeah, Peter.
Welcome, sir. Calling from where?
Papa.
Alright, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I greet welcoming that. I want to agree with you because what is happening in this country, we have witnessed such before. When our president said that he doesn't even know what is happening in the country, which means this our president, they are not capable because since they refuse to come out and talk to people, you know, they are not capable. Because tomorrow now they will tell us that they don't know that this kind of thing happened, this that. You understand? So I don't know. And somebody just called now, the person are saying that a lot of the people that is joining APC is not the same people. That is not something that we are
The called now said that Nigerians lack political orientation, that a lot of people don't really know what's going on in the politics. You know,
I'm coming, I have the guy called now, he said, is it not the same people that are talking from PDP, all this that are joining it?
Talking of the politicians, yes.
It's not what we're supposed to be talking about now.
It's not what we're supposed to.
So you can't tell anybody what to talk about. Or is this opinion?
This present government now, many things are people are dying. Those people now, this ADC must be better than them, than 100 times. Let's come out and vote and remove this APC. Let's test those ones again. Let's stop convincing people and deceiving people. I don't like that. And which we should, the man doesn't even have faith that maybe other people will do better. I don't like the way they are doing.
You also have that kind of line of thought to be able to.
It's not good now. Let's just, everybody are complaining now that people are suffering, people are dying. So let's just remove those people. And this government, all these people, they are just talking anyhow. Most of those people that leave the other party and join the other party, why don't you tell them to go back? This man now decided to join the party that he knew that he likes. Why are they doing all this? I don't like the way they are doing all these things they are doing. I don't think I don't want this.
Hello, good evening.
Esther.
Sir, welcome. So thank
Good evening, my name is Robert.
Robert, welcome.
I greet your best, Esther.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. During the confrontation between Abaribe and the senators, his colleague, I saw a family very vehement.
Yes, I
did. We were talking to Abaribe. Yes, and I shook my head when I saw a family. You see, that man, I don't know what to say honestly. You understand? NSC chairman to APC, you see the reason why Buhari kicked him out as the APC chairman.
Yeah.
The man, I don't know. Look at what he produced for the people. He is now spreading his wing when we come to. They are doing this to Abaribe because Abaribe came out and said the electoral act they passed was not what was the discussion with. How will I put it now? Display to the public. That electronics, that was one of them. I reduced that man. You understand? Then one of your best said the president is not talking to Nigeria. I think before the election, there was an organization, they organized a presidential debate, and the president skipped it. We were not sure that arena should have been a place where if you have something to do for Nigerians, you are really Nigerians, you are not really South Africans or Cameroonians. You talk in Nigerians, what about from the party manifesto, what we tell to do, how you can solve the problem of Nigeria, you got everything. He did not appear. Only for him to show up in Shattered House, I think. Is it in London? Please, I don't know where that. Shattered House. I saw this same Erofai that is doing great today now. But he was dancing, they were talking to people abroad. When you meet your people, the only time I listened to the president was the media something organized in university when he was when Abati was there. When Abati asked him about the performance of Wiki, something like that, and he said, look at what we're doing there. I think other one when he declared something in the River State and our normal independence brokers and something like that. Do you understand? So that is not how it's supposed to be. As a parent population, you are a father to us. You're supposed to talk to all of us because the situation, how you are addressing it, from time to time, you give feedback so that people will have confidence in you. You don't neglect us. Even if it's not all of us that voted for you, anyhow you like it, you are still our president till your tenure will expire. You understand? Then, the last one I will say, America said Chinese people should be. We know at Chinese, one way they are going to do security in this country. We know through their illegal money. But the question I want to ask now, have we paid the Chinese loan in Buhari and Amichiko because I don't know the economic value of that. I continue to have that question from Nigeria to that. That's the economic value of that real life we built from and that.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Robert. Okay, I was waiting for him to land. You don't want land. Turn down the volume of your radio. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall. My name is.
Turn down the volume, sir, please, or you turn it up completely. Thank you.
My name is Nnamdi.
Mr. Leonard, welcome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Now, let me tell you, our president, like somebody said, failed to show up during the time of the beast to come and tell Nigeria, this is what I will do if voted into power. Even at any point in time, the man showed that he is an incapable person. Now, I remember, because when we talk, when they were talking about Buhari's certificate, he came up to say, how can you be asking about Buhari's certificate? Because the sun is coming. The sun is coming. So now the same kind of people, Buhari to Tinubu, one is a disaster, another one is a catastrophic person. So we have all these things now. All these people are really, you can't do what you don't have. If what you have, you can give. So one can do the first anyway, and that government will be running Nigeria. Everything goes. And then we are so lucky. The man is holding us as slaves in our own country. Slavery. Go and look for the definition of slavery. We can see that what Tinubu is doing now is like wanting to hold us now as slaves. So that we now agree with him that everything is just continue to go and continue with us. Like, the man who said if he doesn't give us light, we will not go to him. You are supposed to resign when you bring him light, not that you are the person that you must go back again. What sort of total life is this one now? That's what Nigeria is going through. Money is missing. Mistake is $1 $25 billion is missing in the world time. 210 trillion is missing in the time of Tinubu. All this is happening under APC government. APC has come to kill Nigeria. Nigeria, wake up. Let us take back our country. Thank you very much.
Okay. Nigeria, they say you are sleeping. If you wake up. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a different heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abagana Zobuni wave was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home.